Yes, we have in primary school. We've got Soltis. We've got Soltis, Purvis, Work Academy, and St. George's Prep. For the girls, we have Soltis, Work Academy, and Francis Patton in primary school, boys and girls. Middle school, we've got the league leaders, champions, T.N. Tatum, Delwood, Soltis, and Work Academy. And in high school, we have Cedar Bridge, Barkley, Work Academy, and Soltis.
Now, obviously, this is going to be a special weekend for the kids and for rugby itself, as the program, the youth program in rugby, has been going on vibrant for some time. But you've incorporated Beyond Rugby, which is helping with education and meals and so forth.
Yes, yes.
How did that all evolve around rugby?
Well, Mr. John Layfield, he's with Beyond Sports, and his portion of it was Beyond Rugby. And so when he brought it to Bermuda and tied it into the Family Center, then of course the Bermuda Rugby Football Union, the BRFU, you know, being the sanctioning body, we said no, we have to get involved. And it's been a match. The relationship has been fantastic. You're looking at a situation where, you know, we're bringing our pool of kids, and we're then bringing it to the Family Center, who's then bringing their pool of kids, and we're just merging. And again, where you wouldn't see kids from East Ends play with city kids, and city kids not play with kids anywhere else, or white kids not play with black kids, you're seeing a total Bermudian mix of players and athletes. You're not looking at some kid that just he's learning how to throw a ball. You're looking at some athleticism at such a young age that it's amazing to see. It's proud to be a Bermudian to see, to know that we have this gene pool of athletes that are there. And the fact that here's an entity, the Family Center, and here's another entity, the BRFU, have now seemed to come together with Beyond Rugby, and we're making it work. And on Sunday, this is what we'll see. We will see the efforts of the Family Center, the Beyond Rugby program, and the BRFU get together and merge it into this huge school rugby championship.
Now, we know this year started the school rugby league,
right?
Which obviously was a resounding success, and we saw the primary school have a tournament at Shelley Bay. What was the feedback from, especially young ladies playing? What was some of the feedback from those schools?
Get more ladies, and the ladies want to now, from what I hear as the press release officer for the BRFU, and as well as committee member for the Beyond Rugby, they want to now have their own league. They want to tackle, you know. Yeah, I mean, flag rugby is good. Yes, you get more participants, but as they get older, these young ladies have aggression, and they need to find a release, and we want to be able to provide that. So on this day, May 6th as well, you can sign up your child, you know, for, you know, rugby. And rugby will be in its flag stage, but it'll also be in its tackle stage. And what we want to try and create is a release. I mean, we want to be able to make sure that in a controlled setting, in a disciplined setting, you know, because when you go to college, there are club rugby women's leagues all through Canada, all through the U.S., and especially in England and Europe. So they are there, and they do have their own world championship. So there's no reason why Bermuda can't compete in it. We do throw a team down at the Caribbean, but, you know, we would like to get a better gene pool where we can actually have a draft, where we can actually have a pool of players. I mean, we have some, again, athleticism in Bermuda, incredible. I've seen some young ladies have a burst of speed that is no reason why they're not on any track team, but they're not doing track. But they gotta put a ball in front of them, hold it tight, and run and tackle. That's where it's at.
Now, the offspring from this coming Sunday's event will see 3 All-Star or 6 All-Star teams selected to play 3 games. That would be primary, middle, and senior school.
Yes.
All-Star in front of the national squad when they take on the Cayman Islands in their World Cup competition on the May 19th. So it's incentive for some of the kids to really do well this coming Sunday to
yes,
get that invitation?
Yeah, we do. We have trophies. We are actually, the primary schools are playing for the John L. Williams President's Plaque. John L. Williams was the past president of the BRFU, who encouraged a lot of athletes, namely myself, to get involved in rugby. And, you know, I look at my successes in it, and I'm thoroughly enjoyed it. So therefore, we now have a president's plaque for the primary school boys and girls with an MVP. The middle schools would play for the Aspen and Validus Reed Trophy, which again also has its own MVP. But what makes the high school trophy the best, or the most outstanding one, we're playing for the Malcolm K. Outerbridge Best Player Award. So another MVP. Now, if you remember the story, this young fellow was a high school student and was tragically killed last year. So it was only fair, Fairmont, who is one of our sponsors for the Beyond Rugby program, wanted to dedicate this trophy to an outstanding athlete in rugby. And the BRFU, we feel that, you know what, that is what rugby is about. You know, taking someone that could have been and now making his name last forever. And we hope that, you know, this merger and this relationship with the Outerbridge family and with the rugby community, it'll bring our children together and say, you know what, there is a better way of life. And through sports, through athleticism, through discipline, through education, with what the Family Center is trying to provide and Beyond Rugby, let's get this done. You know, May 6th, National Stadium, Northfield, 1 to 5 p.m. Come watch some of the most incredible children, young adolescents, young athletes, teenagers do some incredible things with the rugby ball. And, you know, maybe and next year what we're looking at is a major tour. And where we can go through England and play and hopefully start getting recruitments. You know, and that's our ultimate goal, is to get these kids off the street, playing rugby, traveling, seeing there's better ways of life, and being proud to be Bermuda and represent Bermuda on the senior team. And doing that on May 19th is what we'll do by, again, kicking Cayman's butt.